Hi there, it's Ben with Wild Last Frontier, and today I got quite the adventure for us. It is snowing like crazy, and it has been for the past couple of days because it's been above zero, which is very fortunate. Definitely enjoying this weather, but that also means getting to my location today is going to be a bit of a hassle. I'm going back today to the site that I chose during my last video to build a new bushcraft shelter. And it's a good thing that I got some snowshoes between the last video and this one, because this snow right here is, let's see, it's about yay deep. Definitely up to my knees. But with these, makes a nice little hole in the snow for me. Even if it's deep, the snow doesn't get bound up on my legs and make it hard to walk. Ooh, check this out. The weight of that snow. I think I might have found my old trail from last time, but I guess we'll see. Well, there's some fresh moose tracks. Very fresh. I'm gonna have to be extremely careful and make a decent amount of noise so I don't surprise anything. The unfortunate part is, it's going right in the direction I need to go. Hope we don't meet. I made it. Well, good thing was, I had a path to take, or at least a rough idea of where I needed to go, because I dropped a pin on my maps right here. So, with minimal sidetracking, I was able to get here. Now I need to shed some layers because I am going to be sweating. I already am a little bit. Gotta let the moisture get away from my body so that it doesn't conduct heat away from me. That being said, with the temperatures outside right now, my hands feel fine right now outside of my gloves, and my chest feels fine outside of my jacket. But once I cool down from the lack of physical labor or lack of physical effort, and I'm no longer pumping out all that body heat, I'm gonna need to put these back on. So I'm gonna get some stuff together, get these snowshoes off my feet, which by the way made a wonderful difference. Would have been twice as hard without them. And I'm gonna start making site preparations to start clearing this out, clearing it out and gathering materials to build a very quick shelter. I'm going to leave sort of a temporary shelter up first while I work on, over time, building up a bigger one. Before I get my snowshoes off, I'm going to go through the whole site and tramp down all the snow as best I can. It's all about working efficiently, because once I have these snowshoes off, they're going to be a bit of a pain to get back on, so I'll get the most use out of them I can. Ooh, step 2 is getting all these twigs out of the way that keep catching on my hood. Made myself a nice little coat hanger or backpack hanger. Makes my tools more easily accessible and keeps a bit of the snow off of them. And I have been having a bit of a crisis about how I'm going to build this shelter. Long term. Short term is easy, I'm just going to throw up a tarp. But long term, I'm thinking my only real option is to make it three-sided. One there, then one coming this way. Sort of like an extended U shape. And then figure out some sort of roof. But until then, I gotta get my tarp up. This is why it was such an effort getting all this stuff out here. Got a backpack full of stuff. And at the very bottom, my tarp. Well, after a fair bit of struggling, I now have overhead cover. I wouldn't even call it a shelter. But at least it's keeping the snow off of me. Alright, this is definitely by no means... Ooh. Snow falling off of the trees nearby is coating everything in snow. So, this is by no means a permanent solution at all. In fact, this is about as temporary as it gets. It's keeping the snow directly off of me in my workspace. But in the effort of clearing the area and getting that up, I am cold. So, we get a little physical activity going. I'm going to dig a fire pit and see if I can find some sand or gravel over on the bank of that creek over there to be able to line the fire pit. I like this shovel because it also turns into a pickaxe. Pay dirt, meaning actual dirt. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to dig. Great. That took longer than expected, but you know, the ground's frozen. But I also tried to chop a hole in the ice to get some water. And it froze about 3-4 inches of ice as the water kept flowing underneath, and then it froze further down. So I did find like a small trickle of running water down there, but I'm gonna have to find a different spot because that's no good. Plus, I don't want this snow to fill up this hole and make a tripping hazard, so oh well. Well, after a decent amount of wilderness mining, I got one block of dirt. So, after stomping it down, getting it nice and flat, I'm gonna start a fire, get warm, make some food, and some coffee. Been a long time since I've used grass to try and start a fire. I don't know if it'll take. maybe if I use my knife for better grip. Oh, look at that. Oh, please stay. Come on. Well, it's possible. Stay with me. Okay. Come on. Stay with me. I'm not gonna let myself get hurt by the cold for my own mistakes. I had that fire and I put it out myself, so always have a backup. And that's why you always bring a backup. That feels nice, particularly after a long hike through the woods in the snow and the cold shelter preparation. Even the digging of the dirt was freezing my hands, and now I have warmth in a beautiful fire pit. It's not much, but it's a start. Great way to dry your gloves off. Put them in a stick and give your fire jazz hands. While I've been sitting here preparing my food and keeping this fire going, I've been planning out what I want this shelter to look like in the future. And I think the best bet for me, mostly dry, best bet for me is to make 3 walls and a roof. I don't know if I want it to be a pitched roof or a slanted roof. Definitely don't want a flat roof because that will just pile snow up and likely break whatever supports I have underneath it. But as time goes on, I want to continuously improve this shelter or this location until it becomes a shelter. Well, this may not be the most exciting video I've ever made, but it is step 1 of something that I hoped will turn out to be pretty cool. It's a pretty sweet location, and once I get some walls up, it'll be fairly protected from all of the elements. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know.